Well, this is funny. I have no idea. This is a completely different setup than I'm used to. It's been a minute, hasn't it? I've not streamed in a second. In a real hot second, have I? Is my volume good? I have no idea. No one's here, so I can't check. How sad. I'm streaming so late. I'm streaming like an hour and a half later than I normally do. It's because I'm insane. It's because I'm mentally crazy. Wow, wow, wow. But you're getting coconut mauled, so you don't care. You're more upset about getting coconut mauled, aren't you? I would be. Chun Chun Mario, indeed. Today's a special stream. Today is going to be interesting, isn't it? Because I'm tired of playing video games. I hope you can tell by the lack of streams that I fucking hate video games now. Did you enjoy my video I made? Honestly? I kind of didn't. I don't know. It was just a weird video, I guess. I mean, I loved the fact that you made a stream video, but like, it felt weird because I didn't give any solid reasons. You know, like, I wish I gave more solid reasons so you had more footage to work with. I wish I complained about it more. You know, I'm willing to say whatever you want for a clip. Anyways, like I said, today can be a special stream. Super duper special. So special, in fact, that I'm turning the music off. By the way, Onimai is good. By the way, Onimai is actually terrible. Oh my god! It's the real life! Look, this is my mouse. This is my hand. Oh my god, it's the real life. We're in the real life right now. This is crazy. I've never been in real life in my life before. Yes, today is a special stream because I am a toy addict. And I want to show off my toy. Look, it's the Desire Driver from Kamen Rider Geek. You hate it? Sorry, the quality is shit. I'm not gonna lie. The quality is shit. Okay? I tried my best. My phone wasn't working, so I have this shitty webcam that I'm using. This is the real world. Anyway, I think I need to put batteries in this before I start playing with it. The reality of life. I don't have any battery skill issue. I know. Crap. Oh, I'm pushing it the wrong way. That's why. That's just like... Hold on. I want to be in fiction world. Yeah, it has this like... It has a twisting mechanism. But you should never keep batteries in toys unless you're an idiot. Like me, because I do that all the time, except for when I don't. I want to be in fiction world. The real world's not half bad, kid. I have toys here. I love my toys. And I gotta put batteries. Look, you're getting the real experience of me putting batteries in it. Wait, and then we find where this goes. And then look at the nice little... Push it in and they twist it. And now they're locked in there for life. And then you find the battery switch, which is right there. And then you turn it on. And it makes noises! I'm not sure if you could hear that. I hope you can. I think you can. But I'm not sure if you can. Let me take these off. OMG. It makes noises. It said its name! Yeah, this is Toy from TV show that I like. And it comes with this, which was in it when I first got it. And you put it in. and it makes noises. Isn't that cool? Yeah, but then, when you put this on it, it does. It's set! And now I have to spin the thing. And press the trigger. And now we're ready to fight. It's crazy. It's crazy that we're ready to fight. Whoa. And you know the coolest thing that this thing can do? Well, it's super cool actually. There's a button up here, right there. When we press that button, when we spin it, isn't that so cool? You can spin it. You can spin it whenever you want. So now the top half became the bottom half. That toy amazes me that I misspelled. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it happens a lot. I know. Oh my gosh, I'm hitting my webcam thingy. Which is a thing I never thought I would say anytime soon, but it's a thing I just did say. And not only does it come with this thing, it also comes with this thing! Woo! It's a mini one. When we put it on it... It's not done. It has so many sounds. So many sounds. Yeah, and then you can spin it again. And then we revolved again. And now, holy shit. Yeah. But then, we can do a final attack if we just press it again. And now we're victory! But then, to get the whole, the real experience, you gotta put the two big ones on at the same time, This is his main form. How can we not? I mean, the show doesn't, but we can. What's that toy cost? I think it cost $60. $60, and it came with these 3 buckles and that is a lot, but I mean, like, it's cool, isn't it? Toys are expensive. You can really throttle it if you want. But look, he has cool lights! Who needs food when we have lights? Has cool lights and sound? Who needs food? Yeah, but food keeps me alive. But like the lights and sound keep me alive. I love the lights and sound. And then we can do, if we throttle this twice, we get a special noise. We get boost time! And now we're in boost time. Isn't that so much cooler than food? Yeah, but then if we do it again. Ah! There's a grand victory! We really won that time. Ain't that cool? Yeah, and the way I like to fiddle with this, because I like to fiddle, cool, but I need food. Cool, but I need toy. So, anyway. The way I like to fiddle with this is, because this is, you can see this is kind of on a joint. It likes to lock with a thing over here, but when you press the button, you can actually spin it and it doesn't lock. Look, it doesn't lock. But when you let go, it does. That's kind of like the fun thing you do with that. It's just you just spin it and then let go. And it'll like shoot. It's cool. It's neat. Lamau. And then this one. This one is, well, the thing that you're supposed, like, the gimmicky thing that you're supposed to do is like to have it pop out, right? But I'm worried because I don't exactly know how the latches work on this thing. That like if you keep doing that, then it's gonna like wear out and become super loose. And so I don't really like to do that a lot. I mean, I don't pick up this toy a lot anyway because most of the time it stays on my shelf because I think it's a better like set piece than anything. But yeah, I mean, there's a little I'm trying to find it. There's like a little tiny paint scratch. I'm not sure. I think it's down there. I could be wrong. I think I dropped this a few times. Yeah, there's a little scratch, a little dent, like right there that you can barely see. Which is another problem with the really shiny like plastic, is that like it's I think it's a lot more fragile. It's a lot more noticeable when you get little scratches like that. Yeah, also dust because this thing's kind of dusty. Cause I haven't again played with this in forever. Dent skill issue. I know, right? Yeah. This thing can go on either way, and you can move it. It's like a little cool thing. You can move it. You can. I think it's if I leave it, and then you can move it like that, or you can move it like that, and that's cool because you can go both up and down, and that's also neat to fiddle with. Anyway, that's it for the Desire Driver, which is the most recent Kamen toy that I own. But if we jump back 2 years, then we can get some Saber stuff, which I have a lot of Saber stuff. Do you know Angry Birds telepods? I do not. But I do know, like, literally any Kamen Rider thing ever. So if you have a Kamen Rider thing that you know, then I definitely know it. Unless it's from, like, Hibiki. I'm not very familiar with Hibiki. But let me... Is this thing? No, it's off. Okay. Good. I don't want you getting spoiled. So... I'm getting prepared. Hey, I have, like, 6 or 7 of them. Bro, that's really... Here's my Wonder Ride book. And my Seiken Sword Driver. I have a lot of Saber things. This might take a minute. This might actually take a minute. So let me just take it out of there. And I'm very careful with my toys, as you can see. This one doesn't need battery because I've been playing with this a lot because I love it actually. So if you just turn it on, lights, and it says its name. Most of my things say their name, but yeah. So. It makes fire and light, which is cool. Then when we put it in here, this is where the magic happens. So this book is called a Wonder Ride book. It's a toy book. I know, crazy, right? The show had a very big story theme. They had a lot of book inspiredness. As you can see from like, this is like a really thick book. This is like a really thick book that works the exact same way. These are small, tiny books. This is a big, thick book. They have a lot of books. There's a lot of books in this show. But the way this works is we open the tiny books up. Well, all books really, and you open it up, and then there's to ruin the magic. There's this little tab sticking out, and there's a button in there. And when you push it, I got it a little close to the mic. I don't know if you can hear things or not. But it makes it tells a little story, which is cool. And then when you put it in the belt, now we have standby. This is really cool, right? And then we pull out the sword, which is actually really satisfying. And it goes on a big old spiel, which is really cool, by the way. Anyway, it goes on a big old spiel about the sword of flames is empowered by the dragon or whatever. Because this is Brave Dragon, obviously. And then when we put our thing back in, this is very unusual having a little stand in front of me, in between me and my toys. I'm not super used to that. Yes. So it is a little spiel, and then well, you can also push on that, and the thing presses the button again, and it'll say its name. And then I don't know why it does that, but it like acts like it's on standby. I don't know. What's that toy cost? Bro, all belts are $60. Learn this. Every belt I have here costs $60 unless I say otherwise. So now we're doing a final attack. Cause it's fire! It just said so! The toy just said so. It is fire! It's fire! Yes. Well, because there's actually special methods that you can use to get things cheaper, which I've only recently found out. Yeah, you can buy a Nintendo game, you could buy a Nintendo game, but this is plastic. This is real plastic that I own forever. And I don't know. I like it. It's really cool, and it's really nice to, like, have a collection on my shelf. I don't know. I like it. I mean, we all have weird things that we're interested in, right? Like, you have an absolute obsession with Angry Birds. Most people wouldn't give a damn about Angry Birds, quite frankly. I can make Paper Mario down your door. You could. But, like, listen, okay? I was a lot more into games in my younger years. As I'm growing older, I'm realizing I don't care about that so much. You know? I'm realizing that, you know, I kind of give more of a shit about these toys, which is incredibly crazy to say. But it's just a thing that's true. And I want to point out that this book is, like, the only one that has batteries in it, the main one. Because, they all take 2 of these watch batteries that I am running criminally low on. And so, like, none of the other ones have any batteries in them. I'm obsessed with Angry Birds. I asked my mom to buy me Angry Bird telepods. Yeah, we all have a problem, okay? We all have a problem, anyway. So this one can't make noises on its own, which is fine because the sword makes all the noises. Because, you see, it has a little pink thing right here that lines up with the sword. And so let me actually show you. Well, actually, first let me do a... That makes the same final attack noise. However, when we pull it out... So it makes a Satsugiri versus a Satsugeki, which is interesting and cool because it's a final attack slash versus a final attack hit, which is the general idea of the different. Japanese is a weird language, but now that we have the sword out, if we close the book and take it out, we can press this bit up to this bit, and then it'll read it. Woo. And so, you might have heard there, it said Shutoku Isen. And so, that is based off of the Japanese counting system. So, it says Isen for when you scan 1 book, it says Nisen when you scan 2 books, and it says Sansen when you say 3 books. So, you could even just do it with 1. So, if I scan it twice, Shutoku Nisen. And then you could do it. You can do it 3. And it does a more powerful version. I want to grab another book. I just shook everything ever. I shook the world for you. Let me get back to where it was. Generally, I want to get a different book because I want to show you something cool. How many batteries do you need to get? Well, because the thing is, most toys, or at least most drivers, come with batteries. A lot of the time, they come with 3 AAA batteries, which is like the smaller one. I think it's AAA. Which is like I can take this pencil here. And I can push on this little tab right there. And then I can pull it out and I can show you. But most of them need 3 batteries to live. I need to get more watch batteries for the gimmicks. Because they all take watch batteries. Or at least most of them do. I'm trying to think of an example where they take actual batteries. And I don't think I have any. Or at least of the gimmicks that make noises. Yeah, none of them are the ones that I have take actual batteries, but I think there are, like, I don't know. I think there are some that like actually take batteries, like AAA batteries. I'm struggling to think of which ones. I think I don't think Revice. Maybe though. Although I guess you want to understand that. Anyway. So let's do something cool. Where let's actually I was gonna put it back in, but I wanted to show off. So I skinned the red book. It makes a red sound. I scanned the yellow book. It makes a yellow light. Where did I just put that thing I had? Oh, here it is. So I scan it, and then it makes the color based off the book that you just did. And then it gives you a seizure of color, which is actually really cool, and I love it. But we can do more transformations if we have more books, which I have so many books. I have so many Pokemon trading cards. I might show it to you. Oh, that'd be cool. So let's put it back in the sword. Let's do some transformations. Try out a few things. Obviously I have so many. I don't want to like bombard you with all the things I have. Let me go make sure I have everything, because I think there's a few more that I need to go get. While I'm at it, I'll just make this a full-on intermission, because I need to put my last belt back up, because I don't want to have it laying on the floor. I also need to take the batteries back out of it. Because it's not supposed to have batteries. This might take a while. This might take a while, so be. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it'll take too long. I mean, it's only been like 20 minutes so far. Which, being at the second one, it's not super terrible, especially because we have that intro bit. Put this back. Put you back. Where you belong. And then get some more interesting books. And then, while I'm back here, I'll get some more interesting things for future stuff that I need to show you. And that should be easier. Alright. It might have been better to get this more prepared ahead of time. Well, I have the book stuff out right now. I might as well just poke their little heads out. I think that's all for now, at least. Alright. Also, I might show my hand, lol. Oh my gosh. Darwish hand reveal. No way. Alright. So, let's do a little bit more transforming. It might be cool. Give me a second. Okay, so we already did one book. You can see my hand, oh my god. But what about two? Cause I only have these two red books. So I can only get up to two. But then G-Dragon Eagle. Big long speech. But yeah, you can see it's making a man. This is what I love about Kamen Saber's toy line, is that like I love opening like pulling the sword out and then opening the books and having it like create a person. It's so cool. I absolutely love it. And this is as far as I have with the red set. However, when we add in yellow, and I mean again, all the same stuff like applies. You know, the final attack is just gonna be with 2 instead, and like 3 if you add 3. It's all basically the same. When we add a hand, when we add the final book in the set, it's gonna make a hand. When we open it. It's gonna make that same feel. Which is saying like, oh, you put in 2 fire books, but then like at you heard it said Argentina, or maybe if you could understand that, it said Argentina, which is the yellow book. So it's just saying two fire books plus this book, and that's basically what it's saying. Cause it can't do a unique transformation jingle for every single combination of books. So they do have some more generic ones in there. Like for instance, if I remove this one and I replace it with, let's say this one, which is not supposed to go there, by the way. Where do I find these? Let me finish this and then I'll tell. Which I'll leave it at that. But I found the belt on Amazon. The belt I got from Amazon. This book I got from Amazon. The rest of it I got from a website called Surugaya, who is not sponsoring this video at all. But I really like how sometimes they have like free shipping sale, so you can buy things from like the Japanese shop prices, which is typically a lot less than you would find on like Amazon. And if they have the sale or they have free shipping, then you don't have to pay for the absurd amount that shipping is from Japan, which is really cool. And that's where I get a lot of things for a lot cheaper. Like for instance, I got this book, which is an anniversary book, so it's very well sought after. I got this book for I think 20-ish. I think it's a little less than that. I got this book for 20-ish when it sells for 60 on Amazon, So that's a major price cut compared to what Amazon typically sells. But in the past, I've normally bought from Amazon. In fact, most of the belts I do have are from Amazon. Damn, 20. Okay, compared to the 60 that it is on Amazon, that is so much better. That is infinitely better. Well, I can't say infinite. It's like a third of the price, which is, I can buy 5 pizzas. No, you can't. A pizza is 20, or at least in the States. A pizza is $20. About. I've bought pizza before. Buy 5 pizzas. You can't. You literally cannot. Maybe 5 baby pizzas. Anyway. Little Caesars. Okay. Whatever. Anyway. I guess let's go through some of the more cool books. I'll make it fast. Actually, I'm just realizing I forgot something on my shelf. Whatever. But close this. Let's go through some of the cooler books. So I'll start off with the first upgrade cool book that I got, which is this one. Actually, before we do that, I need to put the sword back in the sheath. This is Draconic Knight. It has a little button back here that it will make it say its name. And this book, when you open it, you'll see it has a really cool layered effect. There's multiple layers going on. Damn, that book be thick. It do be real thick. And then I'll point out that there's a fake language they created for the show that is based off of English. And so, let's see, down here it says Kamen Rider. Kamenrider. And then up here it says Draconic Knight. That's kind of cool. And a whole made-up language for this one show. And actually over here it says book, I believe. I believe this says book, but I could be wrong. Because I don't actually fully understand it, but you could get a general estimation if you know English. Whoa, new language alert. Yeah, but then when we do the little click back book thingy. So something about a knight and a dragon teaming up, and then there's a dramatic battle. So yeah, and then let's get all this plastic out of the way. And let's transform. Why don't we? What's the best way to go about this? I guess just go for it. I love that last bit. It means, in summary, I'm strong, which is base, honestly. And then this honestly, the book, the driver has trouble standing. It has like balance issues. It's like really front heavy. Whenever you don't have the sword in it, you like gotta keep the sword in it. But then it has pretty rainbow lights. Yeah, and then the book. So this book is really interesting in the fact that the sword makes absolutely no noises. Even the Reka battle, which was previously done only by the sword. You scared my cat, lol. It does shoot out with a force. It really does shoot out with a force. Yeah, but the book is making all the noises and not the sword, where previously the sword was making all the noises. The books typically just say their name and then they have a little spiel for like reading, to imitate like telling a story. But yes. It's really cool and very frightening to cats. But then if we press the book again, we get the final attack from the book and not from the sword. And so when we push it back, we get the final attack noise and not like the book saying its name, because they don't want you spoiling yourself if you hack the sword to get all the noises out of it. They don't want you to find out that Draconic Knight exists, so they'll just make Draconic Knight say all the names, which is actually kind of intuitive and clever in a way. But when we press the actual button on the sword, oh my god, this thing is so front heavy. So there, it just said Densetsu no Shinju, which I believe means like legendary story or something along those lines. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not a Japan expert, or Japanese expert, but like it's kind of cool, right? And now, I mean that's about. I mean you could scan this book, but it's just gonna say Densetsu no Shinju. And it does the same thing again, but with like, with Densetsu no Shinju, and it makes rainbow lights. But a cool thing about the books that I hadn't previously mentioned, it's Japanese, not Japan. Yeah, I know. Is that there's buttons down here that the belt presses to make them do things. So when you push this in, it thinks that it's in the belt now. And then when we press this smaller button, which is a lot harder to get, it pops out. And that's typically how I get it to open whenever I don't want to put it in the belt. Is I just press that little button on the bottom. Wow, that must be loud because I put it right next to the mic and accidentally bumped it. Yeah. But then there's, I guess, there's still other books I need to show off, but I can save them because I think this is the last book I'll do before I do something cool. That is very loud. So this is Superhero Senki. And it has, as you can see, like, oh my god, it's not gonna focus, is it? But like, it has all of the things in it. It has all the Red Rangers and all the Kamen Rider up to this point. Like, you can, there's Mighty Morphin Red, there's Dino Charge Red, there's Super Mega Red, there's so many. I'm just using Power Rangers name because I'm assuming that's what you know. And then there's the guy himself, Kamen Rider Saber in Superhero Senki. Man, imagine anti-masking. I have no idea what anti-mask would say. I don't think they're a big well, I don't think many people in my community are big Kamen Rider heads like I am. Yes, but now let's get to something special. Well, actually, before we get to something special, there's something special about this book that I'd like to show you, and the fact that it has as voice lines. That's so cool. Do I know Ultraman? I do know Ultraman. I'm not a big Ultraman guy, I'll be honest. Kamen Rider is very similar to Ultraman, but I'm just not an expert on it. I just don't. Ultraman's not my jam, you know. Ultraman, it's not for me. But look, it has noises, and then there's you, which I'm just pressing this button back here. Then it says its name, and then you. It's a Japanese thing. Yeah, but that's fun. I should. I want to get to the cool one. Minna, ikuzo! Guys, let's go! Transform! The Swordsman of Fire, Kamen Rider Saber. We're Kamen Rider! Trains full force! Secret power! Zenkaiser! Or Zenkaiser, sorry. We're Super Sentai! Alright, shut up. Alright. Twist. You can take this off. Oh my god, it's still going. There we go. Twist, you can take that off. And you know what else you can do? Have another one! I have another one. And now it's a different sword. And now it's electric sword, baby! I love electricity. But then this sword is really hard to have in there because it's like, oh my gosh, it's support it, like it's lifting it so far into the air, bro. It's going so up. But yeah, this is where I will show off this yellow book on its own. Dude, isn't that a bang? Wait, BRB. Okay, well, isn't that a banger though? You're missing out on so much, Star Wars. Anyway. Lampa Argentina. Then just show my Pokemon card. That's actually cool. I love Pokemon cards. You know, just actually, if I can find them, I was at yesterday was my last day of school, my last day of working at school, before summer break, and so the art teacher, I was like, oh, I would like some Pokemon stickers if you have some extra, you know, whatever. And then she got me Pokemon stickers, which was really nice of her, actually. I'm trying to remember where I put them. I would be ashamed if I lost them. I don't want to have lost them. Okay. Oh, there they are. Look, I got a Marsh Stomp. Here's a Marshtomp. Marshtomp. And a Luxio, because they didn't have Luxray, which is kind of cringe of them, honestly. And then, oh my gosh, where are you? A Curlia, because they didn't have Gardevoir, which is, I think you're seeing the pattern here. They didn't have a Swampert, so I got Marshtomp. They didn't have a Luxray, so I got Luxio. They didn't have a Gardevoir, so I got Curlia. And then they actually did have my favorite Pokemon, so I got a Jolteon, which is really cool. And I love having Jolteon. Jolteon is the best mon. Let's be honest with ourselves. But yes. What else am I doing? Oh yes, I want to put the blue books in. So I'll just take this one out. I'll just do them together. I mean, there's, well... It made a horse noise. That's kind of cool. But then I'll actually take this one out, just so you can get Peter Fantasy Stone on its own, which is actually a cool book. Which is, again, kind of neat. But then when you put both of them together, you would expect them to do like a cool together song, like the Red books did. But I actually don't have the main book for Blue, because Blue also has like a set of like, he has its own like hilt piece, and he has a main book that he uses a lot, because Yellow uses the arm book, and then Red uses this book. So he likes to use the middle book, but I don't have his middle book. And so, like, that's the book that you have to put with stuff to get unique sound, and I don't have his. So this is going to make some weird sound. Yeah, so it just makes it a generic Wonder Rider sound, which is kind of lame, honestly. And some other stuff. Is it okay if I show this on stream? Is it okay if I do that? I'm just so curious. I don't want to show it on stream without. Yeah, show it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, you can see my face. No. This was a trick. Oh my gosh, you have so many cards. So many things. I don't know what those are. I have genuinely no idea. Those look like little capsules that you put like a DS game in. Angry Bird! Oh my god, it's a bluebird! You can hear the breathing. Oh, and then it repeats. They're like arcade interactive game. Oh, that's so cool. I've heard that. I've seen like Japan has like or Kamen Rider have one of those things too, where it's like it's called Gamba Rising, I think. You have like these little like coins with the Kamen Riders on them, and you put them in there, and it makes a game and stuff. I remember going there a lot. Yeah, those are cool. I'm trying to think what I've not shown off yet. Well, there's a big elephant in the room being that purple book back there. And the purple books have their own they have their own belt. Their own like sword and belt combination that go together. So if I go get that actually, because I forgot to pick it up earlier. What do you think of my hand? I think your hand is very based and cool, and I love it so much. But yeah, I have the purple sword, which, you know, I said, oh, this cost me 60. Oh, this cost me like so much, and then this one I think I only got for like 16. This one was actually really cheap, which is I'm very thankful for. But yes, actually, for show lore reasons, these two swords being next to each other is very correct and ironic. Well, I guess not ironic. It's just like it's narratively correct, which is cool. And that was the sound of me taking a sword out of the belt. But here's the belt you get with it, which is like this thin thing of plastic that really only exists so that you have a place to put your book. And like this button presses, and this is all it does. Like at least with the other, like at least with this, like this other thing, okay, is a big hunk of plastic that does nothing but house books. But like at least it houses 3 of them. You know, there's a cool mechanism in here that when the sword pulls out, it does all 3, and it's like, hold on, I'm trying to get it. You see all of them poking out. Like it's cool, right? It's a big hunk of plastic that is really just there to facilitate what the things do. But like it still has some purpose to it, you know. It connects the books to the sword in a way. But like this thing does not. Like you don't even technically need this to like finish the transformation at all. Okay, let me show you. If I turn this thing on, there's a little thing, a little purple light in there. But then you scan the book on here to transform. Right? And so, like, I can demonstrate. I don't even need to, like, because if there's a button down here, this is a button, and this is a button. And so if I press this, you know, that's the entire transformation sound. There's literally nothing that you get from putting the book in here. Like, you could, like, because it has the button down here that you can press to, like, open it, right? And so you literally don't even need the thingy. Like, it's just there to make pressing that button easier. It's literally, you literally put it in here, and then you press the button, and that's all it does. Guess you don't need it. Can I have it? I mean, it's still nice to have. It's because, okay. So the reason it's nice to have is for this book right here. Because this is a big old chunky book. This is basically a belt on its own. This one book is basically a belt on its own. So when I put it in here, and then I open it, which it'll start making noises. But like it's nice to have like a good like weight to the back of it so that it stands more. Anyway, it's nice to have like a weight in the back so that it can like lean back and like sit nicely on a shelf. Because this, okay, look at this. This sits, the book itself, I'm trying to get a good angle of it. The book itself sits lower than the belt, which is crazy. But, I mean, it just kind of it's nice to have it as like a stand almost for this. And I would scan it in the sword, but like, you already heard the noises. I mean, I can do the final attack sound. Wait, okay, that is pretty intimidating. I'll be honest. You are over. Come on, that's so cool. But what I was planning on doing actually. No, get out of there. Get out of there. Okay. I mean, it is technically kind of useless plastic, but I like having it. You know, for completionist sake. I mean, I keep all the boxes and stuff. But yeah, you can do the scan thing here, where if you hold it, it'll do the final attack. I'm trying to get it to do it. Why don't I want to do it? There it goes. Yeah, and then this thing actually has a cool thing about it. It has a cool little quirk where when you open it, it goes on a long spiel, right? But when you open it again, it goes on a different spiel. And then when you open it yet again, it goes on 3 whole spiels, which is crazy. Also, that last pic was just the last bit of the transformation, so whatever. But then there's one more book in my book collection that I have yet to show you. And this book is actually a really special book, because this is like probably one of the rarer books that you can get, and I got it for like $5. So I'm really happy about it, but I'll use it in here because it's just the easiest. So you might remember Brave Dragon is just this book, right? It's this book, but it has like music notes and like this cool coloring around it, and it says it says Almighty Kamen no Yakusoku featuring Kohei Kiwami version, because this is the music version of it, right? And so when I open it, it doesn't do anything, but when I press on it, it's gonna sing the song from the opening, which is a really good song, by the way. Hey, remember, copyright only extends when it's like a certain amount of the song. And that was, I don't think, that was like a minuscule amount where I think I can get away with it. But that's really cool, isn't it? I love that they do stuff like this. Like, this is like a very insignificant thing to release, but it's really cool. And then when you press it, which it says the name of the song, and then it says the song again when you press that button. The big old button, it'll do the song again, which I'm not going to play again. But, yes, I mean, even if this stream does get copyright, are we losing anything of value? Like, come on, really? But 0 out of 10 doesn't have Angry Birds reference? You know what, that's completely fair. I completely understand how you got there. But there's one more book I actually haven't looked at, and this book is kind of lame, I'll be honest. So when I put it in here, it makes an orange light, which is like, whoa, wait, this book's purple. Why would it make an orange light? You know, and when I put it in, the sword, and actually transform the way that the belt wants me to, yeah, it doesn't really do anything cool. In fact, this sword on itself is actually like, it does have its purpose in representing parts of the show. However, it isn't very functional with the rest of the toy line, because whatever book, like, okay, let's say I wanna have a cool not show canon where the bad guy uses the hero's book. I read it, right? It says Jaku Eagle, which is like, okay, that's kind of cool idea. What happens when I transform? Wait a minute, that sounds familiar. That's just his base transformation noise with the word eagle in front of it. That's lame. That's super lame. That's so lame. Wait, that's so lame. Oh yeah, but this does have a pretty picture on it. I actually kind of like this picture. Like him looking at his dragon, being like, oh man. It has eel. It does have eel. Yeah, but that's my book collection. I'll leave it at that. And I'll just like get all the stuff out of the way, and I grab out the next belt that I have, which is actually really cool because it came with battery, which not all of them do. And so this is actually the most recent one that I've gotten. It is relatively old, and it actually breaks a trend that I have had with my belt. What do you think of my Pokemon Trading card? I honestly, they're confusing to me. Because I thought they were like actually the trading cards, and they weren't, which was weird and odd. But yeah, here's my most recent driver that I bought, the 01 driver from Kamen Rider 01, which is cool and neat. And I have 3 gimmicks for this one, which is a lot less. It is one of my newer books. I'll prop these up like this. So I have Rushing Cheetah. I have Rising Hopper, and if I go get it, this is actually my favorite gimmick out of and probably the entire toy line. Don't have all of them, but this is probably my favorite. It creates my favorite form in all of Kamen Rider, and this is Shining Hopper. If we get a better look at that, it's like a nice shiny gold. You can see my face in it. There's a grasshopper. There's a guy there, or collection. I think that your collection is really cool. I think it's kind of a shame that you put it in a bag. You know, like put it all on display. Oh my gosh, you can see my face in the silver. There's so many reflective bits. Yeah, they're like only for arcade amount or collection. Yeah, but I don't have it. You don't have a display. That's fair. That's fair, honestly. Yeah, I'm fiddling with the key. It's so fun to just do that. And when I have it in this hand, which it's a lot harder to flick in this hand if you do it like that. So what I like to do is I like to turn around, flip it down, and then create this kind of like loop for myself of like, it's so satisfying actually. I love it so much. Yeah, but if we turn it on, it says its name! Isn't that cool? And so how this works is, these make sounds and this makes sounds. So they kind of like come together to create like a full tune, right? So if I press this, it says jump. When I scan it, okay, wait, let me see. So we authorize to use it. And so when we put it in, that would be a lot cooler if I... A jump to the sky turns to a rider kick. A jump to the sky does turn to a rider kick. I got some Angry Birds plush, but unfortunately they all lost. Aww. They all lost, like what? They got lost in the mail? Is that what you mean? Yes, and then if you have another ProQuest key, which I have 2 more, it has this cool feature, but first, actually let me show the base of it, where if you press it again... So there, I guess I explained earlier that it has different, their second old home. Aww, that sucks. That actually sucks. I'm so sorry for you. And I apologize if I'm a little sidetracked this stream. I'm very focused on my toys in front of me. But there it said Rising Impact, right? And so the rising is the key in it, and then the impact is the belt saying impact. And so it's a neat kind of like harmony of like this is making noise and this is making noise, and they kind of like come together in unison, and it's really cool. Yeah, and so when you scan this, it'll say come on. And Terra is as far as this goes. And those are all actually referencing bits of data. So we have a bit, a byte. I forget what it was. It's like mega, kilo, tera, or something like that. I don't exactly remember. But so it's like there's a megabyte, a kilobyte, a gigabyte, you know. And so it's kind of referencing all the different types of information. And when you press the thing to do a final attack again, it'll say So that's like a stronger version of the attack. And if you do bit rice, it'll also do a weaker version because it's, bit is not that much, So you have to slide that over to unlock the key to actually pull it out. If you do it if you try to pry it out, you're just kind of being negligent with your toys. But so where the battery is, in these things, oh my gosh, this pencil doesn't have a tip. Okay, well that's sad. I need a sharp object and quick. This one. Yeah, you have a tip. Okay. Nice. So now if I press this and slide it out, I can take. There's a battery. And I'm taking out the batteries because this one doesn't have batteries in it. Or it only has one, I guess. And so this one actually needs batteries. So let me put them in. Right real quick. And then put the cover back on. There you go. And so now when we press the button, it'll actually make noises, which is cool. Dash! Can your $60 toy make a grilled cheese sandwich? No, this actually wasn't $60. Thank you for asking. This on its own was $40, and then this key was $20, which is actually an outrageous price for this. This is very heavily overpriced. I bought this very overpriced. Yay! But I love this form. I need this key. This completes my collection. If you are a sane person who doesn't love this form, then you don't need this. Anyway, and then now this doesn't make any noise. So yeah, then we can scan it. I don't know why it's having trouble catching. It hasn't done that before. What? And when we press it, there you go. Cheetah! And I promise that looks a lot cooler in person. The way that the light is working, it's kind of like overpowering the image, which it's not supposed to. Yeah, and then you can do the same thing. If I press... The rushing impact. And that little last explosion bit is per the key. So I'll take that out and close it. But then lastly, here's Shining Hopper, which is actually really cool, and I do love it. It's just, it is way overpriced. Boom. We open it up, and look, there's a grasshopper! It's like the eye and then the antenna. It's really cool. But then when we open it up, Hopper! When I shine, darkness fades. I love that. I love when I shine, darkness fades. That's a cool tagline. It's very geeky and dorky and cringe, but I love it so much. More overpriced than your mom? My mom is not overpriced. Come on. She's a lovely lady. She's very fairly priced. The amount of money she makes from her job is very fair. It's very a fair price. Alright, but then when we do it again... No, you may not. Alright, so... actually, I want to show you something cool. Is the fact that when there's a little add-on that you're supposed to have, but I don't. Well, I guess it's supposed to. It doesn't come with the set I bought, but if you have it, you have it, and it presses. It all it does is press this button, and then when you press this again, this hyper jump. So there, you heard it say Shining Assault Hopper. Which is very different from Shining Hopper in the fact that it has the word assault, and it makes a few different noises. So, if I put it... There it said override instead of authorize to show that it's a little bit stronger. And we open it up, and it's still the same, but we'll make a few different noises. So that wasn't a test. There's no chance of surviving this shot. Anyway, when you do the final attack, there's a lot bigger explosion there. There's a few sounds from the other transformation device of the season, the Shot Riser, which it's thematically appropriate because the add-on is originally used by a person who has the Shot Riser instead of this one. Yeah, but there we go. And that's kind of it for my 01 driver. I mean, I also have this, which is just a hunk of plastic that you put this into that holds, and you put it on the belt, and it's like a holder. Can you do room tour? No. Mainly because my room is very messy right now, and I really just want to show off my toys. I mean, other than my toys, there's not much interesting stuff in my room. I mean, I have like a Pokemon Lego that I built a while ago. And by Lego, I mean Mega Bloks, because that's the company that owns the rights to Lego or Pokemon Lego stuff. But yeah, that's all my room messier than mine. Probably it's probably messier than yours. In all honesty. Well, actually, yeah. I mean, I have a big pile of not trash, but like stuff underneath my common desk. And then there's a bunch of toys on the floor right now, so I'd say it's pretty messy. But yeah, let me put more toys on the ground real quick to get them out of my way. While we get in the next toy, which is going to be the time driver, the space-time driver, the Jiku driver. Which I don't know. I don't think this has any. I don't know if this has any. Oh, it does have things in it. It does have batteries in it. Yes. So if I take this off, actually, this is a ride watch, which we're about to see if this has batteries in it. It does not. So that's easy enough to fix. If I find it, it's right here. Press it down. Oh, they're just dead. Okay. Well, that's easy to fix. Also, no other chatter didn't come. Yeah, I know. I also didn't put it in like the Discord or anything. Maybe I should have. I mean, I can actually. Let me do that real quick. I don't think anyone would be interested in me showing off my toys that only I like. But you never know. I don't know why it's making noise. Share. I notified the group chat. Okay. I'll put this in Discord because I probably should have said something. At everyone. There we go. Yeah, and I need to find batteries. Where can I steal batteries from? Please check it out, Lamau. Are you saying that to me or the group chat? What's a toy that takes 3 batteries that I can steal from? Oh yeah, my Cheetah. My Cheetah doesn't need it. The chatter. I don't know. I'm assuming it's a mistake then that you put it in the stream chat where people who aren't here can't see it. Yeah. 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 There you go. Sorry, I was too lazy. I understand. Alright. So now with the batteries then, we can actually make this thing make noises. Hi chat. Hey, Cat in the Void! You're here! I've been showing off my toys for the last hour and 10 minutes. Oh, I put it on backwards. Now when we press it. Oh. Well, it's definitely dying. You try to come. God, that took a little so long. I'm broke. Me too. My God, it's struggling. The time traveling writer is Geo. I only have $4, so I can't buy the Jackpot Party Pack 5. That is so sad. So when I put this on here, it'll actually make a little noise. That didn't go so well. Let's try that again. There we go. Kamen Rider Geo. Hey, good job staying hydrated. You listened to that one guy who said that. What is it? It was like, I forget, but it was that one Storytime animator, I think. Okay, do I have all my things? Anyway, here's more of the watches that I own. I actually have another one of these, which is actually stupid. This was supposed to be a different watch, but I got this instead, and I just have to live with it. I'm actually kind of sad about that. It was supposed to be a ghost watch, a Kamen Rider ghost watch, a watch that had Kamen Rider Ghost on it, but I just didn't get it, and I'm sad. It was supposed to come with this, which is the holder for the thing. I really just wanted the Kamen Rider Ghost watch, and I didn't get it, and I'm sad. But here's Kamen Rider Ghost Mugen Damashi, or his final form. And this is a Gashapon or Candy Toy or whatever ride watch, because it doesn't make any noises on its own, and it doesn't twist or turn. It is just one solid piece that you have to... Well, actually, okay, I lied when I said it doesn't make noises, but this is the only button you press to make the noise. It's a very limited watch, and I hate it. Michael Storin stays hydrated. Cool. Apparently Stupid is a very cool Jackbox game. I don't think I know it. I might, but I don't think I do. And then here's the coolest ride watch I have. Decade! The damn bastard himself. He's magenta, not pink. But yeah. I have this watch because it's really cool and I really like it. And then I also have the sword that goes with this watch. It's called... okay. So before I explain the name of the sword, let me explain Kamen Rider as a whole. So this belt was the last belt released in the Heisei era of Kamen Rider. The Heisei era refers to who was Emperor of Japan at the time. And so the previous emperor had died by the end of this show, in fact in the middle of that show, and a new emperor was crowned. And so that makes this belt the final belt of the Heisei era of Kamen Rider. Which Heisei is also an era just defined by who was Emperor of Japan at the time. This belt is called, and then the show itself is called Kamen Rider, right? So this is the Ride Heiseiber. Named after the Heisei era, it is the Ride Heiseiber. So it's a pun on Heisei and hey, say, as in the English language of hey and say something, which is very cool, very nice, and I love it. I can draw very inappropriate in there, Lamau. What are you going to do when you are out of Kamen Rider toys? I'm going to end the stream! And also buy new ones, eventually. Sometime next month, I will probably be buying more Kamen Rider toys. Unless I decide to be responsible and not spend my money, which is very unlikely. Anyway, this is called the Ride Heiseiber. And I would zoom out, but I really can't. I can kind of gleam it over. If I move this out of the way, maybe I can I can get it in shot. It's kind of large, not particularly. Probably in 2036. Where's Nathan and New Guy? Isn't they dead? You know, they're very much alive, but I like to think that they're dead whenever they're not around me. Anyway, here's the sword. Man, it says its name! What's cooler than that? What's cooler than saying its own name? Other than it can make slashing noises. And then when you press the on button on this, it says the name of the Kamen Rider it's based after, and then it gives it a little spiel. And so that just means the rider who transforms into other Kamen Rider, decayed. And so this watch is interesting in the fact that if you put another watch in it, because it has this little slot here, which obviously this one doesn't, it says the name of that Kamen Rider. It said Ghost! And then if you press it again, it's just gonna say its own name again. There's 3 people watching. Bro! DK mentioned? Donkey Kong? So like for instance, if I put this one in, it's gonna say Xade. If I put this one in, it's gonna say Geo, I think, if I put it in this way. Geo! I actually, there's one more I have, but I don't, it's over there. I'll go get it. I was gonna forget about it, but then I chose not to in that moment. So, they can say, the toy can say, oh shit. It can say Wizard! Do you have at least one Angry Bird stuff? No. No, I do not. The only Angry Birds thing I have is that drawing I made that you forced me to. That's the only Angry Birds thing I have. I'm not an Angry Birds fan, in like the slightest. I do. Damn, I'm disappointed. Well, we can't all be perfect, you know. Anyway. I'll put this in the sword so then we can get the sword out of here. Hey. That's all it does when you put a watch in. You can also, well, okay. Let me explain. So this has a watch hand here that you can spin around. You can tell because there's big giant arrows telling you to spin it. But when you do spin it, it makes noises. So be prepared. So there it said build dual time break. And so build is the name of a previous Kamen Rider. And so it has, I don't know if I can get it in there. I don't know if you can see it. But all those symbols are representing a Kamen Rider. So here's build down here, and then Xade, and then Ghost, Drive, Gaim, Wizard, Forze, O's, Double, Kiva, which actually Decade would be the next one. But he's all the way up here because this is his sword. And so, where are we? Deno, Kabuto, Hibiki? Yeah, Blade, Fives, Ryuki, Agito, Kuga. There's 20 Kamen Riders. I believe both of you guys are better than T-Series. Thanks. You know what? I really appreciate that. I try my best every single day to not be like T-Series. I'm producing high quality content you can't get anywhere else, especially not T-Series. So, you know, I'm doing pretty good. Anyway, so I think actually the next feature I was going to show off, if I put this all the way over here, is that when you put this in, and I'll spare you the rest of them. And then so I'll make a big old noise. And if you do it for, you can see my ceiling now. That was an accident. But if you do it for every single Kamen Rider, it will say every single Kamen Rider name under the sun that you can think of. So yeah, if you really want to, you could do that. But I'm not sure we do because we don't want to spend 2 hours listening to that. So, I guess the only other thing I can really do is put these things in here. Hey, Anti-Mask, do you see his face? No. Can you see my face? You can kind of see me in the mirror. I still yet to do my face reveal. You still have no idea what I look like, right? Absolutely no idea. Anyway, so I'll just put this on here because this actually makes noises that not all of them do. See the arrow, and then and this middle bit is very hard to see, actually. When it's scrolling across, it's, like, really difficult to see. Brown hair, green eye. How do you know that? You did not see my eyes long enough to know what color they are. Wait, do you have a beard? Do I? That's a question for you, not me. I'm not going to answer that. But then also, if you press the buttons on top... Okay, well that didn't work how I wanted it to. See, I actually opened this toy up. I unscrewed it and I messed with this mechanism right here. There's you can see there's a little tab thing that pops out whenever you spin it, and it makes the thing make noises. And I made it so that it's too short and it doesn't really hit all the time by accident. And I don't know how to undo it, and I feel bad. I feel bad that I broke my toy. Yo, dox him, Anti-Mask. Is your hair brown and your eyes green? No, my hair is actually, a very bright orange color, and my eyes are also a very bright orange color. So yeah, you guys have absolutely nothing about me. Anyway, I guess just as a demonstration of what a normal one looks like, I'll take this one apart. Yeah. It doesn't have any on there. Where can I take batteries from? I can take one from, where can I take batteries? Oh my god, where can I take batteries? Oh my god. Shit. Actually, I can take some from here and then I can put them back in. Except I can't because that has a screw and not a pushy. Guys, what's my face look like? A face! I get it right. I'll take some out of here. This is a good place to take batteries. Yeah. Now I put this cover, and then I put the other cover because this thing has so weight. So I make it and it spins. There we go. So then when we put it on, okay, let's hope it makes noises. It's not making noises, but it is saying Muteki, which is good. I guess if I can put it on this side to make it actually make noises. So if we put it like this upside down. I don't know why that didn't work. I don't know why that didn't work, but I'm just gonna forget about it. When you're done with the toys, could we play Jackbox? Finn got their name leaked by a Kamen Rider toy. Because earlier it said Finn after it was done saying noises. That's funny actually. Can I actually? Okay, there's two little buttons that the toy likes to press. Can I make it? Okay, no. So if I do. Okay. Waiting for it. There you go. There we go. I got it to make noise. Alright. Hey Green Ninja, how are you? I'm messing with toys today, so you can see. I think I'm gonna move on to the next one now because this one doesn't work as well as I would want it to. Yeah. Let's get all. Well, I'll try it. I guess I didn't really show this one. This is actually interesting. There's little grooves here for the notches. You can see there's only two on this one, but if it's like a reverse one. Like, let's say this one, it has on this side, interesting, and it has these little clips here. So when you put it in, you put a thing in there, it's like, not coming out, it's very stuck in there, but when you twist it, you pull it out really easily. Because when you twist it, these little nub things go in, and it's really cool. Those little things, and you twist it, and nubs go in. It's cool! It's neat. Guys, this is my, day of living. That's amazing. You're 15. I am, but it's a funny joke. It's a very funny joke. Congratulations on living another day. You've succeeded at something. Let me just move all this plastic out of the way. Oh my god, there's so much plastic on the floor. I'm killing something. Chronologically, this is the next thing, actually. Shit. I need a thingy. I need a screwdriver. Are you a plus? You are a plus, but will you work? No, you're too damn. It's okay. So this is what's known as a gashat from Kamen Rider Xade. In reward, I'm about to send you something anti-mass, bro. This is what's called a gashat. This is the Mighty Action X gashat, the most basic gashat. Actually, let me turn this up right. That comes with this belt. Except it ran out of battery a long time ago, and I need a screwdriver to open this thing up, which I don't have a screwdriver on me. So this thing can't make noises. But you know what can? This other gashat I randomly bought with it because this rider was my favorite at the time. These are the only sounds we get. It said its name, which all these toys do. I like your funny words, Magic Man. Me too. Apparently the toy doesn't, because it made the losing sound. It has a fun thing, where every other time you press it, it'll give you randomly a win sound or a lose sound. So we just lost again. There, we did it! We won! We won something in our lives. So when we put it in the belt... So that means a legendary rider. It's a legendary rider gimmick! Because this is a rider from a previous show. Because typically gashats have like its own like original like game aesthetic. This is like a fake game that they actually did make. They did make a Mighty Action X. It's a very limited release. It's not very good in all honesty. Yes, but it exists. And there's this little, the way these work, if I can explain it, there's a little man here. I catch it in the light. There's a little man on here. And this is actually a reflected version of what you're going to see on the belt. Because the belt uses mirrors. So you'll understand what I mean when I open it up. And this is going to say level up because that's kind of cute like that. yeah, so it made a little jingle, and then we get this little guy in there, where you can see him, and he's cool and stuff. But you can see there's also another slot in here, very, 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 in your faceedly, because you can put 2 in here, plus 5 rad. It is very rad. But then you can take this out, and then you can put it in this one. And now it's in the secondary position, where when you open it, it would wait for another one, for instance, that one. But I'm just gonna not put it in there, because it's not gonna make anything anyway. And it'll... And so now it's gonna make a level, I think, 3 noises. Right now. Cyclone Joker! So now it's acting as an armor to the main guy. Plus 5 rad radiation count. Oh my gosh, that's definitely Gamer Driver. It is! It is the Gamer Driver from the Gamer Doctor show. See, this is a really interesting concept for a Kamen Rider show, for a superhero show in general, is the fact that all of the Kamen Riders are doctors. They're professionally licensed doctors, and the show is combining like doctor drama with action and fighting big bad monsters that are actually called viruses. And that's a cute little like reference because it's like a video game virus and like a virus that a person like a contagious. It's a little play on things. Oh my god, the doctor. Oh my god, I didn't know that. There are doctors. They're doctor gamers. It's really funny. It's a very funny concept, but in the show they treat it like so serious. What type of doctor? It's never really explained. I think they're physicians. If I remember correctly, they're like a general doctor. You know, you go there if you're sick. If you generally if you have an illness. Yeah. And then he was missing his skeleton, and the doctor was never heard from again. That's how I lost my medical license. That's actually relevant to a character in the show, and that's funny. One of the characters is like an ex-doctor who got their license revoked. It's honestly crazy. Yeah. This is actually the first belt I ever got. This is the first one I ever got because I was watching the show as it aired and I loved it so much and I really wanted it and I got it for my birthday and I was super happy about it. Medic TF2 be like. Yeah. And then chronologically this is the next one. This is a very small one. I got this at Power Morphagon a few years back when I won it. Which was really exciting for me. And this is a 2-piece belt, actually, because it comes with a wrist morpher thingy. He's psychopath, he is. Wait, can you wear the belts? Typically, no. I actually, if I need to find it. You typically cannot wear the belts, because they are made for children, and, they come with, like, these little dinky straps. Let me go find stuff real quick. Uh-oh. I know, right? I have these, which are the belt straps that the 01 driver came with, that we showed off earlier, that uses, like, these as the gimmick, in case you forgot. Only for children. I just knocked over my grandpa arm. So it comes with these, which are way too small for me. But I remember when I first got my Gamer Driver, the first belt I ever got, I made I watched a YouTube tutorial on how to make an extended version for like adults and stuff. And so I have one of those, and it's very odd right now. I don't know why it's like not working the way I want it to. Yeah, this is weird. I'm gonna have to figure this out later. But it comes with this. I took like a strap thingy and I cut it and then I put these on the end of it. Show us you wearing it? No. But I have these on the end of it, so I can actually wear belts. Well, okay, maybe I'll show you if I can get it. If I can get it on right now. Okay. Oh my god, it's stuck. It's actually stuck in my chair. There we go. So let's see here. Let me get out a belt. Oh my gosh. It's a little tight on me right now because I don't have it adjusted correctly, but okay, let me raise this like a lot a bit, and then if I turn this around, hey look, I'm wearing it. Okay, wait, trying to figure it out. Okay, look, I'm wearing it. I'm wearing the thing. Woo! Wait. Cool dude struggling to put it on. Well, it is a little bit tight right now. It was meant for another belt. Well, the straps are meant for this belt, but I can use it. I can use these with literally any other belt I have, except for the next one that I have not shown yet. That's the only one where it doesn't work, but these work for all of them. So I had it adjusted to another one where like the actual like length of the top of it is a different length, so it's a little tight on me right now. But I can wear it. I mean, it works. Level up. Hold my notes me wo, detective double. Damn, you're tall. No, the desk is short. I sit down to be on the desk. Yeah, but there we go. And now I'm going to very carefully turn this back around so you don't see my face directly. And lower it. Are you calling chat short? No. I'm not calling you short at all. Plus 35 radiation. I am poisoned after all. Now I just lower it back down so you can see what's going on. Oh my gosh. There we go. You can kind of see things, I presume. Get a little closer. And then move this a little further back. There we go. I'll have you know, I'm 9 foot IRL. I am scared of you. I turn this on. Now I gotta start my engine. Minus 100 social guard. I've you know. Dang, I'm 2'3". I don't know my height. I don't either. Actually, I do, but I just don't want to say it out loud. We're taking this thing off because oh my gosh, is that wrapping around my stomach. Anyway, if you press this. It's a lot cooler in person. What if you do that? He's happy! He's mad! He makes faces at you. It's cool. How much Kamen Rider toys do you have? A whole shelf for? Aww. Well, let's see. I already showed you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 belts. I already showed you 5 belts, and this is my 6th, and then I have a 7th after this. Actually, no, 8. I have 8. I have a lot. An hour's worth. I mean, I have so far an hour 40 worth. Probably guess he has like 18 toys. Well, I have 8 belts, and then I have a bunch of gimmicks, a bunch of little small things. I probably spent like over $1,000 on toys, if I'm being honest. In my life, not on like any one thing, just in life. You probably okay. And then if I... Damn. Yeah, I have a lot. Oh, look. I have a shift car. It spins! You spin the bag, and then when it's like this, it's like a lever. And you put it in. And the thing. It goes new. Win Jackbox though, not today. $1,000 I buy iPhone. Well, I also have an iPhone. But I also have an iPhone. It's just like, it's over years. I spend like maybe like $60 a month on toys. It's not a significant amount. I think it's like, okay, I make like going into my financials is very bruh, buy Android. No, I choose not to. It's cheaper. Okay, but like, what if I like iPhone though? Like, what if I just kind of like it though? Yeah, but then if I... Oh. I forgot that it did that. Yeah, but this is, this card that I have, it's not the one that comes with it. I bought this used at a convention. So it came, it actually, they sold it to me and said it was broken. It actually just had a lot of corrosion on the like little springy bits that you plug batteries into. So all you have to do is like literally just clean that, and then it worked perfectly fine. Yee. Yeah. So they could have sold this for me for a lot more, if they just went through the effort of buying isopropyl alcohol and a toothbrush, which are very easy to obtain. Yeah. But I have a bunch of other cars with it. This is the main car I got with it because it makes the speed noise. Except for the finishers, which is whatever. This is car actually 115. This is of note because I have another car right over here, which is a spin mixer truck. That is car. Just get a closer look at it. It's car 69. Which jackpot! I got car 69. Hells to the yeah. I'm changing my tire. Okay, I promise you that effect is a lot cooler in real life. It's like, because there's, how it works is there's a circuit board in the middle of this that spins around. And it has like lights on it that like tell it what shape to make essentially. And you can see all the dust. I'm going to wipe the dust off with my shirt. Yeah, but it makes different shapes and it's really cool actually. But if we that's cool. I have a bunch of other cars. Not all of them work perfectly with it. Where? I find Technic. I don't know where Technic went actually. Now that I think about it. Let's see if that's right here. Oh, there we go. Noise. Yeah, 69 is nice. I hit all my toys. So these are all the cars I have for it okay, so the convention had like a grab bag thing where like, oh, you can pick however many like gimmicks in this big barrel of gimmicks. You can pick however many fit in a bag and then you get all those. And so I got all the cars I could. And so these are all my cars I have for my toy. And some of them are motorcycle because there's a secondary rider secondary Kamen Rider that had a bike gimmick where they were like they had like a thing where they would like turn it up and down, and you turn it up and then put it in and turn it down, and it would make a noise in the belt. Yeah, and so I have a few of these, which hold on. There's a farewell noise actually. It says nice drive! That's cool. Yeah, but if I put a motorcycle in here, it's gonna make a weird noise. So if I put it in. Hold on. It says next 04. I have no idea what that means, but it's kind of neat. And then all the motorcycles say next with a different number. And then they don't have the thing where you can crank them up, so I'm just curling my finger around and pressing the button. But I don't think it does anything. But then this car gives you a different form, and Technic is Technic form. So there we go, and then all the other ones make noises. I'll show off Fire Braver, and then that'll be the last one. Because Fire Braver does make a different noise, technically. Oh, it has different standby music, but you can hear that. God, it's loud. And it makes police noises, and that's the end of it. So let's make our final goodbye sound. Actually, wait, I didn't show off something cool. It rolls its B! That's cool! Or it's braver. I think it's an R. It's rolling its R. Yeah, but then let's do the final goodbye for this belt. For Belt-san, if you will. So actually, lore dump. This belt is actually a person. There is a soul trapped inside the belt. There is a scientist who did a lot of weird creation, and he made the monsters of the season. And then after he did, they started attacking him, and he was like, and so he didn't have his body, and so he put himself into a belt. Yeah, that is like all things that happen before the show even starts. Very interesting indeed. Very interesting. So now going on to the last belt of the day. I could get into some of my figures or random knickknacks, but I'll leave it at the belts because I don't know. I feel like it. And so. So, let's put all my stuff on the floor, and bring out the last driver of the day. The Nadeshiko driver. I got this for really cheap on Amazon, and that's the only reason I have it. It's a very odd belt to have in retrospect, because this was released in like, I think 2022, 2023, and it was like a special anniversary edition for Kamen Rider Forze. Where this is a belt that was seen in a lot of movies that they never released. And so they finally released it, and it has a bunch of voice phrases and stuff. It's a really cool belt in all honesty. I'm surprised that they didn't it wasn't more expensive. It was like 15 when I bought it. It was like super cheap, and it has like a lot of cool stuff in it. And let me put the batteries in it. Yeah, I know this doesn't have any batteries in it. It takes 3 AAAs, as most belts do, and one more. And we put a cover on it, and there we go. Battery D's nuts. And so, a cool thing about this belt is that it has voice phrases, which this is like one of the only belts that I have that does that. You saw earlier with the Kamen Saber book that also made voice phrases, but that was like a special occasion thing. The belt itself wasn't, but this belt does. And so the way to make it make voice phrases is if, oh my gosh, I'm stuttering. There's this little thing. I think it's better seeing it from the back. Where you can move it, and so when you put it out and then turn it on, that was a disaster. But now we're in voice phrase mode, where it makes a lot of voice phrases whenever you flip the switch. And that's the untransform noise. But yeah, so now we can. When we turn this knob thing, we get voice phrases. Which is laugh, laugh. This character also wasn't known for their large vocabulary. So it's going to be a lot of similar sounding noises to that one. Which I believe is like so high, or very high, something along those lines. Which is fun, and then a winking noise. Which is very questionate. Fun? Oh my gosh, there's toys on my cord. Miku does not think that. Don't put words in Miku's mouth, okay? Which is come here. It's not. Well, E means good. So it's like not good. Amazing. That's just a laughing noise. I have no idea what that means. Hey, I can make Miku say anything, you degenerate. Which is Gentaro, which is the name. And then, thank you, Gentaro. Which is just screaming his name. Very, sorrowfully shouting his name. Something about living, and then here's cosmic energy. How am I degenerate? You saying that you can make Miku say anything. That's degenerate. How can that not be degenerate? Think about it. Says something about now I am also, and then like, thanks to you I can feel things. I have feelings or something along those lines. Oh yeah, Lamau. Goodbye, Gintaro, or see you soon, or later. And then I'll transform because this is getting boring, honestly. And this is where the voice phrases actually get kind of boring, because it's just rider punch and rider kick, basically. Well, there's a which is space is awesome, or well, because kita means is here, so it typically means space is here, but that's not what they're implying. What they're implying is like space is awesome, essentially. Which is, like, I think the better way of translating it, to how I've seen most people translate it, is space is awesome. But if you were to translate it directly, I think it would mean space is here, which I think there's the characters who say that are smart enough to know that's not actually true. It's just like being really excited about space. So that means let's do this one-on-one. There's a few different translations of it. I say one-on-one because a lot of people say man-on-man, which isn't exactly true because sometimes he's fighting women or whatever, and I think it's better to say one-on-one. Let's settle this one-on-one. How did I find out about Kamen Rider? I mean, just through the general Power Ranger pipeline. I really like Power Rangers as a kid, and then you find out about the Japanese origins of Power Rangers and Super Sentai, and then through watching enough Super Sentai, you find out about Kamen Rider. It's just kind of a rabbit hole. Where like I like Power Rangers. I wanted to watch the Japanese, so it originated from, and then Super Sentai, which is that show, does a lot of collaboration with Kamen Rider. They intermingle a lot, and so you can't not find out about Kamen Rider through Super Sentai. That's generally how I did it. Which is her just punching people a lot. Powerful punch. Alright. Nadeshiko kick. Futare is both of you, and Ishoni is let's go. So let's go, both of you. Let's do this! Alright. There. Bye-bye, Gintaro. I'll see you again. And then we're back to the And then we turn Rocket on, and Rocket has its own unique phrases, but it's like one or two. Double Rider Rocket Punch. And Nadeshiko Rocket Kick. And I think that's it. Or Nadeshiko Rocket Punch. And then we cycle back around, I believe, and then I believe if you do this, you'll get the normal voice phrases. There you go. And then actually, take this one out. You can put a different one in because it reads all of them. Because this boat, despite being released however many years after the show finished airing, it still has the compatibility to read all of the switches. So it's going to say shield here. So it's fully compatible with all the stuff from like a decade before it released, which is really cool, by the way. Yeah, and that's the only Switch I have that would fit in there. I also have a few others. Obviously, the ones that came with this, which the ones that came with the belt are this one, this one, this one, and then these two, and then these three. But then I got these two in a set. I got Shield and Gatling because they're on Amazon for like $15, and I was like, "Dang, this is like a decade old, and they still have them. That's sick." So yeah, I have them, which is neat. And then okay, so I could put this in the driver and attempt to make noises, but the bottom bit is flat. Whereas like typically they have like pins down here where the back pin is when you flick the lever it goes out. You see, I'm flipping the lever and it's going out to activate the noises. But this has completely flat, and then I don't even have an X space. Like this belt doesn't have an X or a triangle space, which the normal belt that the main rider uses does. But then even if I did have that one to show off, this also is flat at the bottom. So these two switches don't make noises. This one apparently does, but I think it's just basic launcher, but it's painted after the rider. And that's all my belts. These are all my Kamen Rider belts that I own. There's not much else I can really say or do about or with them. Well, I mean, I could go back and go through all the very tedious, monotonous thing. But what's really the fun in that? There's no real fun in that, you know? So I shan't do that. Anyway, I don't think there's really anything else I can do with this stream. I kind of accomplished everything I wanted to. So I think I'm going to be ending it. Do you have any song suggestions? As we go to the ending stream? Ending stream scene? It's going to fade. Any song suggestions? Jump Up Superstar? Of course. I got you. Jump Up Super. Wait, what if I do this? I think this one's better. Oh my gosh. Time to sail. It's freedom you never knew. Stream is over, guys. It is. Bash. I just talked about toys for 2 hours. I'm a maniac. Right now, I'm fiddling with one of my progress keys. The one that, like, is bright neon orange. I finished Nisekoi today. Oh my gosh, how was it? Season 1? Oh. I was about to say, if you're done with Nisekoi, there's another show that you could watch. That's pretty good. Nice. Up in the sky. Yeah, I know Mushoku Tensei. I'm glad you know Mushoku Tensei. I'm still working on Onimai. In all honesty, I haven't watched any new episodes, but I also haven't really watched much anime in general. Odyssey, Yesuri. Odyssey, Yesuri. But I need to finish Bochi. Yeah, you do need to finish Bochi. Dude, like, I get really excited whenever I hear a Bochi song on my, on my like songs playlist. Whenever I set it to random. Oh my god, I love Bochi's songs so much. And Konosuba. Okay, but like, you're not putting off Mushoku Tensei forever, right? Like, you're gonna get to it eventually. Like, after you finish Bochi and also, Konosuba, you're gonna watch Mushoku Tensei. Like, this is the order of operations, you know? Bye! Bye! I've been gambling? Oh my gosh. You're an addict. That's crazy. I would never be an addict myself. But it's gonna take a long time. You know what? As long as I keep streaming, I'll hold you to it. Boom. Dude, Mushoku Tensei is gonna take a long time. Because by the time you get to it, season 2 will be over. Oh, I'm so excited for this week's episode. I'm like mad excited. Oh. I will finish Boshi and Konosuba and then I'll watch Mushoku Tensei. You bet it. And I will have finished Onimai by that time, so you'll have no excuse. Because if I have to suffer, so do you. Honestly, I genuinely think that you'd like Mushoku Tensei. I mean, if you're down for the degeneracy that is Onimai, I think Mushoku Tensei would be right up your alley. The show you've been waiting for me to watch? Yeah. Dude, I mean, it's not even like... It's just the fact that I love that show so much, and I want to talk to someone about it. It's just I have no one to, which is sad. There are a lot of anime I really like, actually. But I don't really have anyone to talk about with. I mean, honestly, same with Kamen Rider, but I think Kamen Rider, like, a lot of people that like Kamen Rider are, like, I don't mean to say it, but, like, they're odd people. You know, odd people like Kamen Rider. So I feel like it's very rare that two people have the same opinion about stuff. Onimai is really wholesome if you ignore some fan service. Mushoku Tensei is really wholesome if you ignore some fan service. The main character is a pervert. Anyway, stream's ending. Bye! Bye, guys! Oh, wait. Onimai is actually really